What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild from 2 Wild Guns, and we are on Guns and Tactics. And today, guys, we have the Stribog SP45 A3. Brought in from Global Ordinance. This has been a gun that I've had my eyes on since earlier this year in January when I first saw it over at SHOT Show. Global Ordinance had this bad boy out and I called it the UMP at home. Now, this is not to take away from Stribog whatsoever, because there are some features on here that I prefer and like more than the actual UMP itself, and we'll get into that. But first and foremost, like what we have here today is a Stribog in the 45 ACP caliber. We know the Stribog to be for 9mm, but also 10mm, and now in 45 ACP. And the 45 ACP round, I love it. It's a great personal defense caliber, whether it's in a handgun, but also in a PCC. But one thing in particular that I like a lot about 45, and that maybe you do as well, is that it's subsonic. So you don't have to go and buy subs or buy supersonics or pay the little bit of premium price. Everything that usually comes out, that is being put out factory-wise for 45 ACP, is, for what I know, it's a subsonic round just as is. So running it with a suppressor, which we will be doing a follow-up video on this with, it's always going to shoot extremely quiet. And also, one thing about the Stribog from the 9, the 10, and also the 45, and something that is not featured on the UMP, is that this is a roller delayed blowback system. So you're getting 45 ACP on a roller delayed gas system, which is phenomenal, extremely smooth. Think MP5, but in 45, right? The UMP doesn't have that. So that is one of the other reasons why I like and prefer this a little bit more over that, from also the simple fact that you just can't get yourself a genuine UMP in here. You have to go through other systems, and you know, like Tommy built, no shots at him whatsoever, but you have to pay a premium and you have to go through hoops to get something even close to it. This comes as a package ready to go. Features also ambidextrous, also on the lower as for safety, as you can see here. The bolt release is not ambidextrous, but the mag release is, as well as the charging handle that you see featured on the left-hand side right here. You can easily swap that on this side, so whatever type of way you want to run it, you are good to go. It also features AR-15 trigger system. So from what I know, you can swap out some different triggers, whether you like it or not, but this is featuring the similar AR-15 pattern trigger feel, overall look. The ergonomics also on the grip itself. You have it with a brace. There's different brace systems. You can just get it also with a flat back, Picatinny, whatever you want to run on the back of this. This one in particular is the SB Tactical. I think this is the SB Tactical A3, I think, or something of that nature. It's very similar to what is also ran on, you know, MP5s or other type of braces out there. The only thing I don't like about this one in particular is it folds and it does not have any sort of lock. So you got a flapper dapper going around basically when you fold it. You're gonna have to figure something out, right? But with that said, once it's like that, it's ready and it's good to go. Another big plus that Stribog is doing that I really appreciate is the magazines here. Now, YouTube, these are 20 round magazines, okay? We know how you like to think we have high capacity magazine rounds on every single thing. This is 20 rounds, but you get 3 of these out the gate when getting your hands on one of these. You know, a lot of these companies, they get kind of greedy when it comes to magazines. You'll get 1 or maybe 2. You get 3 20 round magazines. And speaking of HK so much, it's also noted that these are also compatible with HK magazines. So if you have any of those UMP HK magazines laying around, you have them, they're compatible. And from what we're hearing, they're a really good total lockup on that. It comes in this pretty basic case. Nothing special or ordinary about it, but it does come in a hard case, something that is very good. Soft case, if you prefer that, that's good to go, but for the most part, comes in a hard case. And it also features integrated sights. So right here, and maybe I have to show you on the B-roll, there is a front post sight that goes down into the Picatinny that you can get, I think maybe a hex screw or some sort of screw system to rotate it and bring that up. And I think somebody even told me that, because I don't see it on the back part, right? Yeah, I'm about to say, okay. I do not see, unless that is the way you do it, you line it up. I'm just checking, guys, real quick. So maybe that is it. So what I'm looking at, guys, is there is a front post sight, a little sight right here that you can raise up and down to go with your elevation. And then right here on the middle part, there is a little groove. Yeah, this is a sight. It is a back sight, very similar to what you see on a pistol. You know, the little cut right in the middle, and then you line that up, and then you can use it somewhat as irons. But you got to get extremely low to get that sight, that picture that you want to overall look at. I'll try to get some pictures of that on the B-roll so you can kind of see what I'm speaking of. But personally, I like to run the AMG on here. It looks nice. I did run it with a magnifier just because I was shooting some long distance shots. Don't ask me why. I did it because I just could. You know, it was good to go. As far as the thread pitch goes, it's the same thread pitch on any 45 ACP, which is 578 by 28. And we did not have a 45 suppressor at the time, so now we do. So we will be able to run that and show you how that runs, if it's clean, if it's dirty. You know, also, of course, subsonic is gonna be extremely nice as well. But I just think that this is overall a solid gun for your PCC category, home defense. When it comes to 45 ACP, like I stated before, UMP, Vector, also a very good PCC as well. But roller delayed systems, Vector has their recoil system that, you know, pushes down. Only really people say usually you're gonna feel that or have the advantage of that when you're shooting it fully automatic, which we are shooting semi YouTube on that. So really, when it comes to like some of the smoothest guns that you will shoot, me personally, I feel a lot of that when it comes to roller delayed. Now, I had some of the specs here just to, you know, follow up. We have an 8-inch barrel that I wanted to feature on there, and 3 20-round magazines, easy field stripping, and of course you have yourself some M-LOK on the 3 and 9 o'clock, as well as on the upper portion right here, some slots. These right here though, at first when I looked at them, like I was a little unsure if this is something you could possibly put something on this top portion, but for sure we do know that the M-LOK is supported right here. They look like M-LOK, it's just the shape is slightly different. Like let's just take a look. So a little simple test, we got a Picatinny slot right here. I wanted to see, I put it right up in there and it locks in. So you could pretty much see it's locked in. It just needs the screws, of course, but these are some actual M-LOK mounts up here that you can utilize as well. A little bit smaller, but you will be good to go. As far as the charging handle goes, it is not reciprocating as well. So this will stay in place. So keep that in mind if you want to utilize it as like a C-clamp and something like that, which I like to do. So it won't reciprocate. Keep that one in mind as well. Now, when it comes to the trigger itself, pretty just solid, consistent pull, like nice reset. You can feel it. Let's get a little close. So you got a little bit of mush, but not too much. So right there, and then you're at the wall. Reset, wall. So real nice, real consistent. Shooting this gun overall, fun, extremely fun. 45 ACP, not really much of recoil at all compared to how big of the round is and how, you know, intimidating it may look for certain people out there. Little to no recoil, especially coming out of this PCC, especially coming with that roller delay system. I really enjoyed this. I run PCCs in 9mm usually for home defense, MPX, Scorpion at one point. You got KP9s, you got Vectors, but I feel like the 45 becomes more and more appealing as I dive into it more, because I mean, it's a big, heavy round, subsonic, and feel free to correct me down below in the comment section, but I do feel like 45, since it is traveling slower, it's a little bit bigger, that it may not penetrate through drywall as easily as something like a 9mm 115 grain just going, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that the 45 is becoming a little bit more and more in my mind like the direction to go as that, I hate to say, like main PCC or main home defense something. Even on my nightstand, the gun that I have is a 45 in FNX to be specific. So why not tag that along with something like this? I want to give a huge shout out to Rainier Arms also, because they're the ones that actually had this one. Like getting this, finding one of these was kind of hard at the time because this thing's been moving like hotcakes, but Rainier did have it and I really did enjoy utilizing this. We're gonna do a follow-up. As this gun continues to push through, there will be more additional, probably, you know, secondary market attachments like muzzle devices, compensators and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to messing around and trying that, but we will do an updated, maybe like 1,000 rounds review with it suppressed, running it and gunning it, and we'll follow up with that on the channel. But definitely solid, no issues. I did not have any failures at all to feed when it came this or eject when it came to shooting this gun. No problems. We're gonna do some additional testing though. This is more like a first shots, first impressions. We put a couple hundreds of rounds in it, close to near on the 1,000 mark, but we want to follow up and do some additional as well over on this channel. If there are any questions, feel free to also comment down below in the comment section, because I would love to respond back to you guys and girls. And if there's anything you would like to see more of, let me know down below in the comment section as always. Thank you guys once again for this opportunity. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.